If you want to win some free PSN or Xbox gift cards, all you gotta do is be subscribed to my channel, drop a like on this video, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to turn on notifications. Also, Call of Duty points are in Infinite Warfare and Black Ops 3. If you want to get some free Call of Duty points, click that link down in the description, install the app, and start earning yourself some points today. Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin. Welcome back to another Call of Duty video. Today's video is World War II, Call of Duty World War II beta second weekend. I got some really nice STG gameplays. This gun is freaking insane, and I've been using it with the red dot, and I'm liking it even more with the red dot. The thing is really amazing. So today's video, I'm going to be talking about the beta, the good, the bad, what can be fixed, and all that sort of stuff. Hope you guys will enjoy this video. Basically, the motive of this video is I want someone from Call of Duty, from Treyarch, from Sledgehammer Games, from Activision to see this video. So if you guys can tweet the video to them, talk a lot in the comments, drop likes on this thing, all of that helps to get this video noticed and helps to make some positive changes to the game. Of course, I always care so much about Call of Duty. Not only is it my job making Call of Duty videos, but it's been a hobby of mine since I was like 13, 14, something like that. So of course I've been playing Call of Duty for a bunch of years, and I really want the game to succeed, and that's what this video is about. So drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new, and I'm up in the spawn causing a rampage right here. This STG is awesome. So let's get right into it. First of all, I'm going to talk about some things that are good about the beta. And then in the back half of the video, I'm going to talk about some things that are bad, but ones that are bad that can be changed. Of course, people can't just say, oh, everything sucks, because the game's made. There's only 2 months left, but there are still some significant changes that can happen, and that's what this video is about. So let's get right into it. The first thing, I have a little list I made with my buddies. I wrote down some notes here so I could stay on track and give some good and some bad, you know, some of the both opinions. So first thing that I have on the good is that the guns are fun to use. The guns are fun to use. The guns are rewarding. When you do get a kill with that Type 100 at range, or you spray a headshot down with the STG, or you hit fire a guy with the PPSH, or you get a sniper quick scope, the guns feel fun to use, and it feels rewarding to get kills, which is always a positive because that gives you something that makes you want to come back and play again. And I think that game does have this. Of course, it's early in the game, it's just the beta, but I have noticed that even when I'm max level there, so there's no point to play to level up, I still want to get on and play, and that's definitely a good sign for a Call of Duty game. Next thing is that the SMGs have good balance. The SMGs are pretty well balanced. I'd say the Type 100 is a little bit better than the others, but you can use any SMG in this game and do well, so that is definitely a positive. They've got the balance down on the SMGs pretty well. Of course, it's only the beta, and there's going to be more SMGs in the real game probably, so they're going to have to work on that, but that's definitely a positive right now as in the beta. Next positive is boots on the ground Call of Duty. That's how I got into COD. That's when I was probably grinded COD the hardest, when I got my best ever gameplays was MW3, MBO2, and boots on the ground is awesome, and I think it adds that element, and having a boots on the ground Call of Duty is really awesome. Of course, this is Sledgehammer Games' first official boots on the ground game that they did themselves, and the thing about boots on the ground is that the spawn systems have to be nice, and the spawns in this game are really consistent and are really awesome, and I'll give that 100% a positive. If you're playing domination, you know where they're going to spawn. They're going to spawn at the C flag if you're holding the other two. They're going to spawn at the A flag if you're holding the other two. All that sort of stuff. You can get some nice spawn traps off, some quad feeds, some crazy stuff like that, some crazy grenades on the flags. So I think that having the spawns be consistent and having it so it's a boots on the ground game where enemies can't just boom and fly out of there with their jetpacks, I think that is awesome, and that is a huge positive in this game. The next one I have on my list for a awesome positive is that from this beta we have 4 maps so far, and I would say we already have 2 really good maps. Ardene's Forest is a freaking awesome map. It's your traditional Call of Duty style map. Triangle layout, or circular layout with the triangle flags. A really awesome COD map. Really good spawns. And the other one is Gibraltar, which is really good as well. You can get some crazy spawn traps on that one, and I really do like that map. The mid area of the map is kind of dodgy, and also the left side is kind of unplayable because of the tunnel area and all that stuff. It's sort of tough to play that side, so I wish they did that side a little bit different, but we do have 2 good maps already in the game, and of course there's tons more maps to come, so hopefully by the time the real game comes out, we'll have 5 or 6 consistently really good maps, and those are all positive. Now let's get into things that are I wouldn't say bad, but things that should be changed before the beta comes out. That's what this is all about. I'm not someone that's just going to hate on it and say, ah, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks, because that doesn't get you anywhere. I want people from Call of Duty to see this video, to see what I'm talking about, to see your guys' feedback in the comments, and be able to change some of the stuff before the beta. Infinite Warfare's beta was only like 3 weeks before the game came out, and they made a ton of changes that made the game way better. So I'm staying positive, and I'm hoping World War II can make some of these changes on my list. You guys, be vocal in the comments. Let me know what you think about this, all that sort of stuff. First one is that the balance on the SMGs, like I said, was very good. The balance on the assault rifles is not very good at all. The STG-44 is the best gun in the game. It's the best assault rifle, which is fine. But then the other assault rifles, I'm worried there's going to be no reason to use any of those because they're just not near as good. The M1A1 came out. It's a pretty decent gun. I think that one should get a little bit of a buff. And the other ARs, I really hope that, you know, there's some other assault rifles to use in this game other than the STG. That's been a curse of Call of Duty before, where there's only been one good assault rifle and everyone uses the same one, aka FAMAS Black Ops 1. So I'm hoping they can alter this out. The STG, I love the gun. I hope they don't nerf it to help. That's not what I'm saying to do. Please do not nerf the STG. Please balance out the guns and, you know, balance the other ones so they can compete with the STG and balance the SMGs to compete, you know, all the guns to compete. So there's definitely some gun balance to still work on here, but it is the beta, of course. That's why I'm giving this feedback and, you know, staying positive for the real game. Next one is that the streaks still need some tweaks as well. I said in my first video the streaks are really weak. They did buff them already, which is awesome, but they still need to be buffed. The paratroopers, which I got a few times, they need to be getting more kills. Paratroopers are 1,200 points, I believe, or 1,250. They need to be like some sort of dogs from Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 1. They need to be running through the enemy spawn, tearing it up. I got paratroopers. I got 2 kills with one of them, and I got 0 kills. I only got 2 assists with the other one. They should be getting you at least 4 to 5 kills every time, or you know, they should be able to go off and off. So definitely need more of a buff on the paratroopers and a little bit more score streak balancing. Once again, we're probably going to get more score streaks to come to the game because it is the beta. Next one, it's a little tidbit. Quick draw is kind of weak. It doesn't seem to affect the gun that much. Same thing goes for grip. I think those should be tweaked and be buffed a little bit more because there's not too much incentive to run quick draw right now because it only adds a little bit of speed compared to not having it on. The next point I have here is the nades. Something needs to be done about the grenades because either they need to be less powerful, they need to not so that everyone has one on their class, you know, change there. The nades are so powerful, and it seems like every time you try to play the objective in this game, you just get hit with a random nade. Every time you go to the middle of B-Dom on this one, every time you go to B-Dom on Point Du Hoc, don't even try to go to B-Dom in there, you're going to get hit by a nade. Something definitely needs to be done about that. And the last thing I have here, well, I have 2 more, but one thing is that you spawn a bit too far back when you own 2 flags. I think when you, and that's because it's made for competitive, the spawn system. I'm guessing maybe Domination will be in competitive this year. I'm not sure. I think that would be cool though, because Dom back in competitive days was awesome. It hasn't been in competitive since maybe the last Boots on the Ground COD, I think, COD Ghost, but definitely the spawns, if you're controlling the map, controlling 2 flags, you don't need to spawn at the back of the map. You should spawn around your back flag. So I think that could be moved up. But once again, these are kind of minimal things. Now, my biggest concern with the game, those are all minimal things that can be fixed, of course, before the game comes out. Now, my biggest concern with this game is the division setup and the class setup. The biggest concern is that you can't get everything you want, which sucks. Just because the game is going back to boots on the ground, going back to simplicity, the class setups and the customization should stay the same. So for example, you want to run Flak Jacket, now you can't have stock on your gun. You can't have 3 attachments. You want to run Ghost, now you can't have a silencer. You want to have marathons, you run faster. Like you just picking one division and only going with that is not good, because if you want to run Flak Jacket, you're giving up everything else pretty much, because that class isn't really, it only has Flak Jacket and Tac Mask. Something needs to be changed. Another thing is with the basic training. We already have 12 basic training perks, and we're up to level 30. So in the full game, I guess there'd be 20, around 20, if the math suits itself, around 20 basic trainings, and you only get to pick 1. That is kind of ridiculous in my opinion. Right now, the best one is the Hardline. It's the last one unlocked. I forget what it's called, but it's Hardline basically. But I think definitely there needs to be changed where maybe you can pick a little bit of a division and maybe pick 2 to 3 basic trainings, or there needs to be some sort of alteration there, because the customization just really isn't there. And I feel like if you use an assault rifle, you have to run the infantry thing because you need that stock. If you run an SMG, you have to run airborne because you want the silencer and to run faster. So it kind of limits you there, and I think that needs to be changed. I'm hoping that you'll be able to pick more than one basic training in the real game. I think you should be able to pick 2 to 3 basic trainings, and the division should be changed a little bit. So hopefully that'll come out with the real game. Once again, just the beta, some things I love, some things I hate. Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you like about this game? What do you not like? What should they change? Please let me know. Smack the like button. The more likes, the more chance we have someone from COD seeing this. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Subscribe for Cookie, and don't look. You have a great night, and I'm out. Peace, boys.